Hey, I'm here back with another review. I am reviewing the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Yes, the only reason I am reviewing is because of Garcelle, aka Fancy, being on the show. If Fancy wasn't on the show, I wouldn't be reviewing it. I would watch it, but I would not review it. Alrighty, so before we get into what happened this episode, I'm not gonna go play by play. I'm just gonna touch on the stuff that stuck out to me. We're gonna go through the Real Housewives, and thank you. And I'm gonna let you guys know what I think of each Real Housewife, like my overall like opinion on them. So here's the thing about Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I have seen just about every season, not everyone, but just about everyone, simply because, like, maybe like a year or two ago, I started binge watching all of the other Real Housewives because I only really watched like Atlanta, and Potomac and stuff, and a little bit of New York. So I kind of went back and I watched all of them. So at this point, I'm in the middle of like season 3 of what is it, Orange County, I think, because I've never cared to watch theirs, but I think I'm on like season 3. Anyway, let's get to it. So for this season, well, Lisa Vanderpump, who like normally is like one of my favorites, she's not on this season. But we're gonna go through it. So we got Kyle Richards. All right, Kyle. For the most part, I don't really have a problem with Kyle. Um, Kyle irked me way more when her sister was on here. I get that that was her sister, but sometimes I did feel like she was enabling her just a little bit. That's just my opinion. But in general, I mean, Kyle is cool. I really fuck with Kyle because Kyle was one of the only people who could really put Lisa Vanderpump in her place. Like, she would tell Lisa like about herself, period. And on top of that, Mauricio is fine as hell. Oh, he's so fine. All right, then we got Lisa Rinna. Lisa Rinna, we all know Lisa Rinna is a little cuckoo. She look cuckoo. She look cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But I like Lisa Rinna. I do think that she's the type of person who she throws the rock and hides her hand a lot. Um, own it, own it, own it. Remember that? Own it, okay? But in general, I kind of like Lisa. I think Lisa is necessary for the show because of the energy that she gives. She's, yes, always high energy, but I think that it's necessary a lot of times, especially with sometimes with these born ass women. Then we got Dorit. Out of everybody, I cannot stand Dorit. Yo, Dorit thoroughly. Since Dorit has been on this show, she has irked the shit out of me. She literally takes the biggest non-issues and makes it a whole issue. She don't know how to shut up. And her husband, what is his name? What is it? Is it is his name Marty? I can't. I think maybe it's Marty. But her husband gets on my motherfucking nerves. Like that whole damn season that they was going on and on and on about Erica and her legs being, her not having no underwear. Like Dorit came on this show doing too much, and ever since then I don't like her. She dresses nicely, but she gets on my damn nerves. Ugh, she gets on my nerves. All right. Then we have Teddy. Teddy to me is just boring, and there's nothing wrong with that. But Teddy is boring. She kind of has like a regular life. But I do like Teddy because she is boring though. I do, because she gives me a sense of like she's a little bit more regular than all of the other girls are. And then we got my favorite bitch, Erica Jane. I love Erica. She gives me life. Like, I just love her so much. I love her energy. I love her attitude. She is so rich and got this rich ass husband, but she's just so down to earth. Like, she got more money than all these whores. All of these whores. Is she the only one who don't act like it? She act like she got some damn sense about herself, okay? And then also this season we have on, but besides Garcelle, we're gonna get to my in a minute. We got Denise Richards. We all know Denise Richards is married to Charlie Sheen, whole hot ass mess. And then we got a new woman named Sutton. We're gonna get to Sutton. So like I said, I'm not gonna go play by play, so I might be a little bit all over the place as far as in order, but I just want to talk about certain things that stuck out to me. So I want to first talk about okay. I was gonna talk about Kyle and her fashion show, but I got a whole montage that I want to talk about in regards to that. Let's just get into my boo boo Garcelle. So I wanted to see, how they was gonna bring Garcelle. As y'all know, Garcelle is the first black Real Housewife of Beverly Hills. Okay, had to let them know that we melanated and we all live in Beverly Hills too, girl. Okay, we wherever it is that shot at. Alright. So first of all, I want to say this, Garcelle, come through. That entrance that she made, bitch, you better come through, okay? With the man holding your bag, bob on point, outfit on point, hat sitting, okay? Yes. So all of the girls are in New York, for fashion, for New York Fashion Week. Side note, I actually was at New York Fashion Week this last fall, September. I actually was part of it in the sense of I helped with a lot of um backstage stuff on a lot of different things, just to let y'all know. But anyway, and I'm not even a fashionista. I'm just into certain shit. But regardless, so get to New York Fashion Weeks. All of the girls is there. So Garcelle gets there. She gets to her, her little suite, her little hotel is cute or whatever. So she gotta rent out her accolades and tell you, mommy is Haitian American, okay? First role that she ever had was Coming to America. Yes, she was the one of the people behind the queen who, yeah, she is your queen to be. She's one of the girls in the background, when they were still back at home. And then, she said, her breakout role was as Fancy in the Jamie Foxx show. Let me tell y'all something. Let's get into Fancy. First of all, Fancy was fine. Super, 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 super fine then, still fine now. Like she said, people were like, oh, you're my crush, girl, you're still fine to this day. Fancy was everything. Do you hear me? Everything. In the Jamie Foxx show, in the Wayans brothers, and all of that used to come on all around each other. Jamie Foxx show is super, super underrated. Love it. Was a great show. Anyway, so we get into Garcelle. I'm gonna say this about Garcelle. Garcelle fits in. That's why I like her for this show. She fits in. When she first came, we know her through Denise Richards. Sorry, because her and Denise Richards have known each other for 20 something years. They had tried to shoot a pilot together that never got here. So that's how we're introduced to her. Then when she gets around the other girls, because I think she gets around, I don't remember who else was there besides Denise, but it was somebody. And then Erica Jane comes in, and Garcelle was like, yes, bitch, you better come through Erica. And I'm like, yes, that's exactly how I felt the very first time I seen Erica, in her glory. Come through Erica. Like she said, a bad bitch when you see one. Come through Erica. Yes. So I think Garcelle and Erica are gonna be really, really good friends. I could tell that they're gonna be really good friends. So then, that's enough about Garcelle. So I also want to say, let me put this about Garcelle. Garcelle, her shade is on point, and it's timely. It's not too much. It's just right, okay? And I could tell that she's not gonna be afraid. She's not gonna be afraid. I think it's Funky Doniva who said that she's gonna be the one to put Lisa Rinna in her place. I can see that, and I can't wait to see that, because Lisa Rinna do like to toe the line and like to push boundaries. So I could see her getting her together real quick, fast, in a hurry. Okay, and like Funky Doniva said, also I can also see her bumping heads with Dorit, because Dorit just wanna go back and forth with any and everybody. Fuck about it. Anyway, so later that day, or maybe the next day, Garcelle, Denise, Erica, and I don't know who else it was. I think maybe it was Teddy or something. Maybe it was Teddy that was there. Anyway, they're all sitting at the table talking, and I think it was maybe Teddy that brought it up and was like, look, I just want to tell you, Denise, Charlie's out here making statements about you, and they show, that Charlie's pretty much saying, she wants child support for him, and he's trying to say that she's doing too much. I mean, to be quite honest, Charlie Sheen, just give Denise the motherfucking money. Denise really could have dragged you the way that she really should have, and she didn't, and all she wants is some money for her damn kids, and you're slacking and you ain't shit. Put up the fucking money and shut your mouth, Charlie. You're the one out here acting a fucking fool. You the one been acting a fool. Put up the money for your kids and shut your mouth. But anyway, let her sitting there, she's talking to Denise, I'm not going to no damn court. I know him. I ain't worried about it. So Erica's like, look, let's call my husband, and we gonna ask him what he think. Put the husband on the phone, and of course he tried to get him a little case. He like, hey, you should show up with me. I said, that's right, you better work, and we'll get this handled. And she's like, no. I do think that Denise should just go ahead and deal with it and get this shit done and over with. But at the same time, when Erica was like, go upstairs and do it now, it's like, all right, Erica, pull back, sis, just a little bit. Also, in the beginning, Erica took the girls to a go-go place, pretty much where it is that she used to work. I appreciate that about Erica, because Erica is a very guarded person, but if you know anything about her story, which she tells you throughout here, you know why she's so guarded. She had to pretty much fend for herself a lot of the time, so I can tell why she's so guarded. But anyway, we end up meeting Sutton, and Sutton is this old down south white woman with a shitload of money who's very, I'll say conservative. I don't want to say she's super conservative, but she one of them debonaires, okay? So anyway, we meet her through Lisa Brenner. Her Lisa Brenner are at Dolce and Gabbana's house, okay? So she cool with Dolce, she cool with Gabbana, she cool with them. She come out wearing this outfit that, child, if it was on somebody else, it would have been cute. That's the thing. Like, I seen the vision. Like, if you would have put that on like a Kelly Rowland, or if you would have put it on like, hell, maybe if you even would have put it on Lisa Rinna, because Lisa Rinna got a nice body. But if no, put that shit on Garcelle. Put it on Denise. You girl, no, you're shaped like a Tonka truck. Like, absolutely the fuck not. You look the hot ass mess. Lisa talking about, I mean, in the word, Lisa pretty much said what Mimi said, which is, when you got the coin, they will. When you have the coin, they will. She looked the hot ass mess. She should have told her. But anyway, you know, she's very judgy. We're gonna get to her in a second. So then, you know, we get to now all of the girls are here. Now I want to speak on Kyle, because we're gonna get to Sutton in a second. Okay, everybody is in New York Fashion Week because Kyle is putting on a show. Okay, now here's the thing. I'm not gonna lie. When I first started the show, I kind of fast forwarded through the very beginning because I just kind of wanted to get to like them introducing Garcelle. But then eventually I watched the rest of the episode, and then eventually I went back. So I didn't realize until the beginning, until after I watched it again. But what has stuck out to me, you know, after I watched Garcelle's part, was that Kyle said that this was her first time putting on a show, which I put in my notes. I said first time, first show, and it's at New York Fashion Week. But then when I went back and I watched it from the beginning. I'm like, see, Kyle, this right here is the definition of privilege. I'm gonna say white privilege, but I'm gonna say privilege because I don't know if white really got to do with it. But I'm gonna just say privilege. Kyle, all you did was take somebody's work and put your name on it. And not only that, and that's one thing, but the way that you handled this whole situation was complete fucking trash. You came in, everything was so last minute. Like, what the fuck? You came in looking at stuff, trying to change it at the last minute. Then we get to the actual fashion show itself. And granted, I can understand you wanting your daughters to walk in, but that shit is super unprofessional. To come in out of nowhere and be like, oh, well, I want you to put them in. That's privilege right there. And on top of that, when your daughters walked, your first daughter did good. That second daughter, she looked a fucking mess. She was walking like a fucking linebacker, if you want me to be very truly honest about it. So for you to come in and you did nothing. That's the thing. That what was making me mad about Kyle is when they was having that little dinner downstairs, you know, the night before with all of the girls, and she's talking about how stressed she is. Kyle, what the fuck did you do? You did nothing. You did nothing. You waited till almost a week before to try to start putting in some input. My gosh, it just blows my mind. I used to, when I was in college, I used to put table and events together for like restaurants and stuff like that. Do you know, setting table and events for just a small restaurant alone, that took me at least a week to a week and a half to set up, to make sure it was right. So for you to have a whole fashion show and you only coming in very last minute. Like I said, I did Fashion Week. I went to New York Fashion Week, whatever, and I was helping behind the scenes last year. Do you know when they originally reached out to everybody to see when it is that they needed help and stuff? Literally, so Fashion Week was in, I think, like September. I got an email in February about that shit. We met up in, I think, maybe April to start talking about stuff. And by the time I had came in, a lot of the majority of the stuff was already laid out. A lot of it was already laid out. So that just shows, Kyle, you're not really, this is nothing that you're really passionate about. And it's very annoying because like I said, outside of me, you know, going to New York Fashion Week helping, I watch shows like Project Runway. So I see how hard it is, and I know people on top of that are fashion designers. I see how hard it is that people really work. People really bust their ass to try to get in those type of positions. And they make sure that everything that they do is right so that they can get that right person or this, that, and the third. This doesn't even matter to you. This shit could completely flop and it means nothing to you. It means absolutely nothing. And that's the privilege that comes with, being white and having the money that you have, which is just, oh, well, I'm gonna just do what the fuck ever, and it just is what it is. And that's, you is the reason why, like Sutton, when they had the little party downstairs or whatever, Sutton was shading the fuck out of everybody. I mean, it was funny. I ain't gonna lie. She was shading people and it was funny. But I think the Reed had told her that she was wearing like Fenty or something, and she was like, oh girl, I don't care if it got God name next to it. I don't do those type of stuff. So she's one of those people who, if it has like a celebrity name tattoo, she won't deal with it. I can understand that, and the reason why I can understand to a degree is because of people like Kyle. Kyle, you didn't do anything. You did nothing. You literally just showed the hell up. You just showed up and you expected to get all the fucking credit. No, Kyle, that woman who was putting on your stuff, she did everything. She did the pattern, she put it all together. Why, if I was you, Kyle, what I would have did is, her name would be the one that's on it, and I would be literally like the brand ambassador, the face, an angel investor, whatever the hell it is. But you want to be in the spotlight so damn badly, but what work are you really putting the fuck in? You're not putting no work in. That irked me this whole damn episode, and I can't wait till the reunion come. I know this is only episode 1, but I can't wait till the reunion come. I want somebody to bring this shit up. That shit right there, it was disgusting. And the first time I had watched it through, before I seen the beginning, and the person called her and was like, oh, the producer said that she don't even want you near her. I was like, ooh, bitch, you better get that together, because fuck no. But then when I had to rewatch it, I'm like, I understand why, because girl, you're not doing anything, so stay the fuck away from me. And then like she said, when Kyle came in and was trying and interrupted her while she was talking, I was like, oh, I just wanted to tell you that my daughter's gonna walk. Like she said, I stayed up till 5 in the morning changing the whole color story, because you decided at the last minute you wanted to change some pieces or whatever. And so now you throwing in your daughter, that's fine, but now I have to rearrange stuff. And that's the thing, when you are not hands-on with something, that you don't understand the ramifications of the stuff that you do. To you, it might be like, oh, I'll just throw my daughter in there. No, Kyle, it doesn't work that way. And if you was actually hands-on with this quote-unquote business that you love so much and that you want people to be invested into, I'm telling you right now, this episode would not make me or any other purchaser really want to fucking come and buy anything from you. What have you put in? What have you put in other than your name? Nothing. Now, the thing about Sutton saying about Fenty is, well, number one, I ain't gonna lie, Fenty ain't made for you, and it ain't made for Dorit either. Shout out to Dorit for getting it, but Fenty wasn't made for bitches like you. Y'all got more than enough. That's number one. Number two, Rihanna was actually, unlike Kyle, was actually very, very hands-on with Fenty, which is why a lot of people, specifically us girls, we really go up for it, because she was actually very dedicated into the process. She showed us her whole way working through trying to get the foundation and trying to get everything correct, and she's still actively working on it. That's why we ain't got no damn music from the girl, because of how much she's putting her work and her ethic into it. Also, I want to say, Kyle, it doesn't really make any sense to me for you to have a fucking fashion line, because out of everybody on the show, to me, you're one of the least fashion forward fucking people. So I'm not looking at Kyle and saying, oh my gosh, where did she get all of that stuff? I look at Erica and be like, oh bitch, that's a bad thing, where you get that from? Even sometimes Dorit, as much as Dorit gets on my nerve, Dorit she knows how to dress. Like, and I would look at Dorit and be like, oh, okay, bitch, but Kyle, you don't give me none of that shit. Regardless, let's get to the fucking show. Let's get to the fucking show, okay? We get to the show. Ooh, who? Paris and Nikki Hilton came. I forgot that is Kyle's nieces, because her sister is their mama, Kathy. So that's her nieces. Let me tell y'all something. I had to really pause when I seen them, because I had to take a pause for a cause and go back through memory lane. Paris Hilton was the first, I'm talking about the first, in the trailblazer of the quote-unquote it girl. When you talking about somebody who's famous just for being famous, Paris. Bitch, The Simple Life, though. The Simple Life was me and my mama's favorite show of... Bitch, when they went to Walmart and she said, bitch, Walmart, she said, what, do they sell wallpaper or something? Child, the out of touchness of Paris and Nikki. The reason why I think a lot of people even like Paris and Nikki so much is because they didn't try to act like something that they were not. They were very, very, very rich, wealthy white women who knew nothing about us mere mortals and the way that we lived. And we stood just because they were just so real about it, like they just didn't know. And it was mind-boggling, but it was funny at the same time. The Kardashians tried, but it's just not the same thing. Y'all just won't be a Paris. Kim will never be a Paris. Even even though I know they're friends, she just never be a Paris. It'll just never be. Paris was everything. Like, her perfumes was everywhere. Nikki never really hit the height that Paris was, but we all know who Nikki is. I'm gonna tell you where Nikki hit the bankroll. Nikki is a Rothschild, which, bitch, I did not know that. The Rothschild, bitch, they are worth, the Rothschild, they are worth $500 billion. These motherfuckers is worth like $500 billion, and I believe that they're probably worth way more than that. Yes, Nikki, secure the fucking bag. Period. Okay, and I love staying at the Hilton hotels. Hilton hotels is one of the best hotels you can stay at. They're very, very, very fucking nice. Okay. So anyway, I just had to take a pause for calls because I used to go the fuck up for Paris Hilton. Oh my gosh. All right, so let's go down the list of, so we get to the fashion show. Everybody's walking. Erica goes first. Garcelle calls her frumpy. That took me the fuck out, but it was so true. That see, this is what I mean, Cal. You didn't even fucking take the time. Even if you couldn't do all the models, you didn't even take the time to hook your friends up. Why the fuck would you put Erica Jane in that? Erica Jane is Erica Jane, bitch. Y'all know what the fuck she comes out in. Her body is sick. Why didn't you put her in something that's gonna show off her body? You're stupid. Then we have Denise. I think Denise looked good. Teddy Walk was terrible per use, but she looked alright. Dorit, yep, she walked, she was on point. And Renna, your body looked amazing. I wanted to say this about Renna since the beginning. Bitch, what you're doing with your hair, with whatever you're doing with your hair, keep doing it, because it makes you look 10 times fucking younger. Your body was on point. That ponytail, that little slick ponytail, Lisa, give it to me. You looked fucking amazing. So then, you know, we get through the whole fashion show. Fashion show goes off without a hitch. We're cool. Bitch, fast forward. Fast fucking forward. Denise apparently stops filming with the girls in December. Okay? So we're like, what the fuck's going on? Bitch, come to find out. Denise Richards allegedly had an affair with Brandy. And when they said Brandy, I had to go back and look her up. I said, that Brandy, bitch? I can't wait to hear the story because I'm so confused on how we got here. I want to understand how we got here. And then eventually it shows her, you know, at the end, they're like, okay, are you ready to talk about it? You see the little face that she makes. Denise to me is like a white Robin Givens sometimes. That's what she kind of gives me a little bit. I don't know. We'll see about Denise. We'll see about her. We'll see. Some a little shady, some a little fishy. But what Lisa Renna said is true. If you gonna be on this show, you gonna have to be honest. Because if not, I bet you the truth gonna come out eventually. But y'all tell me what y'all think. I think that Garcelle looked beautiful. I think she fit in so wonderfully. She's just like so perfect for this cast. I love her shade. I think she's gonna come through. I think that this first season, I'm gonna be honest, I think this season nobody's gonna really fuck with her because of the fact that I'm not gonna lie, I think them girls are not gonna fuck with her because of the fact that she's black. Number one, they're not gonna want to come off racist or offensive, and on top of that, they're probably just a little bit terrified. Like they don't know what work they're gonna get. But I guarantee you, out of everybody who's gonna try her, it's gonna be Dorit. Dorit's gonna push that button first, and Garcelle's gonna get her all the way together, and I can't wait for it. I'm ready for the rest of the season. Y'all tell me what y'all think. I'm out bad.